Welcome to Universal Consciousness. Today, we'll be brushing up on understanding what the terminology for God is. To each his own. This is very elusive, third person understanding, because it requires experience to understand this God name firsthand. Now, the certain esoteric teachings that state that all is mind, the infinite mind of the universe, is totally a mental creation of the infinite mind. Therefore, for many scholars and for many deep practitioners can see this as God, the mind within. This is what we're all doing. We're invoking this name per se. Now, once you invoke, you're going in through the presence of the mind. Now, the universe exists in the mind of all, and that all comes from within to without. Therefore, you have been handed senses to experience the exterior world from within, the mind of all. Therefore, everybody is a universe within their own mind. This is why this is so elusive to try to understand this pursuit of the word God. Therefore, whatever comes to existence first must be manifested through the mind. This is a very fruitful topic. It can create certain contrary image of an entity, like human-like attributes, but this is far from what esoteric teachings tell us. However, your ego can be overwhelmed by the presence of this energy. Once you understand that this word is a frequency through the mind, you will become conscious, and this will overshadow the obscuring ego that is taking over at all times. This connection with God is awareness, and then you can embrace your ego. This will create divine affiliations that will no longer divide between you and the presence of personifying yourself through the illusion of what you think you are. Now, this will lead you to portray a higher extended communication through this entity of the self, and this will complete the ego of capabilities for non-judgment and non-harmful obstruction of the physical body. If you observe various cultures in the past, all we're doing is reading upon a timeline that once interacted with the energy of the universe, and they've written their own story. Now, once you tap into religion, whichever which you have chosen is just a continuum from your consciousness that has decided to follow through that timeline. However, you can't go back to that timeline because the only way you can be in the present moment is aware. However, this will help you free the mind through the egoic resemblance of that word, God, that is being represented through that timeline as an interaction with the universe at that particular moment. Once you free yourself from this, your perspective will change. Your ego will attempt to phantom this energy through its shadow. However, the essence of what you are will overcome the persona. You will be influenced by what we understand as the God source, the God force. This is not a concept, this is an experience. If you understand that, you understand that God is a frequency. This experience will take you to higher realms of consciousness. This holds one of the most profound spiritual secrets that the mind can comprehend. However, it would only be able to comprehend through the experience as it occurs from the external perspective, through observation from the inside through the outside. Yet, this genuine knowledge will arrive as it immerses into the oneness. By understanding what we're saying here today, this energy emerges through the experience of the pursuit of the word God. Now, through the lenses of the ego, it's going to attempt to grasp its external world eternally, and that's okay. You can embrace this experience through its manifestation, through recognizing what it is and what remains of the concealed entity that's within, behind the facade and blurred exterior that perceives your inner world from the outer realm. Now, in alignment with this wisdom, you will understand that nature is the feminine aspect of this frequency, because nature is the order and the chaos. This is the law that sets everything in time-space in proper harmony with the universe. This is the workshop that is slowly learning to read itself through the experience. Now, this energy, it's within the persona, the ego, the mind, affirming that it resides within the self. This is why you have to pursue at your own pace this topic. However, your inclination can deviate towards toxic influences and phenomena. Now, it is very third person experience through the eye because duality plays it out this way. The essence that connects us to the fundamental truth that we share would only inherit itself through the willpower. This is the subject that seeks to comprehend. The will is the process of observation consciously, and it shall uncover the exploration of this principle as it seeks an infinite discovery of the self through the eye. Once you remove these filters, you can continue with your further creations, and you can continue as a conduit for the expansion of this energy or frequency called God. This will influence your life tremendously, and you will begin to live out all the assumptions in the areas that are more predominant of your focus. This will shape your reality, materializing into the individual self. This will culminate any act of bringing negative actions or negative experiences, because it is something new for you to understand that forefront of all experience is at your best interest. Each individual will collectively evolve at their own pace. However, each individual will contribute to the formation of this consciousness through the power that is passing moment for moment in each thought. This emotion will contribute to the birth of your reality. Now, once you understand what is emotion, you can see that it's the energy in motion. In other words, the essence that lies within, realizing what's turning your focus inward from the self, that is allowing you to discover what you're seeking, which is this frequency we call God. This frequency is within, yet we have created another one in the exterior realm, which is the path of all cultures. They have all interacted with this presence in their own way, and if you're committed to finding that essence through those channels, there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to be aware that everything you're looking for outside is a mirror of what's inside. This is the delighted principle of mirror. Now, with this contentment, it will resonate in your happiness, and it will be crucial for you not to be confused as you start fleeting, because the ego is going to drive you to certain pleasures of the past, trying to separate what you have already found. Now, as you believe, your division will no longer be. You will encounter and reshape your entire way of thinking. This doesn't imply that you will not have to go through obstacles. However, you will be boundless with your new potential without the ego interacting with its passions through the realm of creation and infinity possibilities that would remain within the mind for you to tap in the new scenery of idealism. This will create the most profound and individual contribution for your journey. As your life also introduces itself to new challenges, you will gracefully embrace the moment at will, avoiding to complete the ego's identity of the outer realm, recognizing your entire essence as you become a conduit of this frequency. This will path towards you encountering the existence of this presence, leading you to a profound intention that will leave you immediately transcending the mind and the body. This is how we become what we say we are, that I am. However, such radical shift can create chaos. However, you must trust the essence through matter, because matter has an objective in its current life, and it will retreat itself to isolation within the cave rather than to focus on its ascension, because it thinks it's ending. Now, once you grasp this understanding, this alignment with this frequency, your actions will become your intentions, and these intentions must be extensive, exploring itself through various intriguing observation that will arise rather than experience. That being said, it is within the clarity of the self that will lead you to each portrayal of your encounter, and this will carry a distinctively ego tune within the descriptions that are being said here. As you continue on your human growth, the ego will attempt realization through its third person party, and they will realize that your essence is faithfully rationalizing at all times with the framework of your own limitation. Now, this knowledge will pursue itself to the elusive interaction from the third realm with the higher realms of consciousness. We must utilize this realm to continue our interaction. It is within the perspective of seeking that is the outcome of the external observation. We must continue the path as if we did not know anything that's being said here. However, consciously speaking, you are aware through your realization of becoming what you recognize that you already are, through the understanding of what you have become, because you know what the essence is, and that same essence, it's seeking itself to visualize and feel visualization through the experience of the scenery, as we understand what emotions are associated with this presence through the subconscious. This will align the impression of your ideas to the present moment through the subconscious, and you will be able to fulfill a joyable life, embracing the concept of living, engaging your mental states of pleasure through acceptance of your reality. As a sense of this frequency, you will be in attunement with the process of creation, and you will lack nothing through the present moment experience. You will fascinate yourself with purpose, and you will find altogether courage versus discouragement. Now that will help you lead the way of completeness as you experience the oneness, aiming to seek itself through the driven curiosity as it immerses in your daily routine. This will reveal the domains that science have always spoken about, and this will also reveal the inner wisdom of the mind residing within the present moment. As you encounter this experience, you will be always carried on through your awareness. Just make sure you're in presence at all moments through your identity, day-to-day existence, such as being joyful, enjoying the quality of the journey, and the presence of the frequency we just mentioned, God. This will take you to a moment of stillness as you are aware at all times. Once you are able to encounter this interaction, you'll find yourself at what other cultures understand for bliss, harmony, silence, because you know that everything will be found in balance. Just be here, now, in this moment, as you grow through this experience, creating awareness that will lead you to the frequency of God.